morning, everybody. I was gonna do the video out there by the lake, but it looks like a little cold front came in last night. It's very windy. I didn't want all that noise, wind noise in the audio, so I came over here to the little patio. Hopefully all this stuff isn't in the way of the video. Bunch of plants out here, my wife and her plants. But anyways, just want to give you guys a little update on the BFL. I know I told you in the last video I would be fishing it Saturday, so I haven't done a video yet with kind of giving you guys an update on that. I started fishing, sorry about that noise too. I started fishing the BFL. I've been doing the whole season so far. This last Saturday was the third tournament. First one was back in January, started on Rayburn. Second one was in February on Rayburn, and of course this last one, this third one, was here in March on Rayburn also. The next one will be in May on Toledo Bend, and then we have the championship, which is a 2-day fishing tournament all the way until September, so they give you a big break in between. The first tournament, I didn't do too good. I had I guess you could say a good and bad day. I had a good day catching tons of fish. I wasn't catching any keepers. The guy that I went with, really nice guy out of Dallas, Fort Worth area. He put us on some really good fish. We were just Carolina rigging the whole day. The problem was I was just catching those little spots, little footballs. They were fat and they were just all 13 and a half. I needed a 14 incher, so I was only able to snag 3 legal size limit, and I must have caught over 25 fish that go, all day. They were biting. It just were those little ones. My boater managed to get 5, but it was nothing, nothing really big. So I had a good day catching fish, but I didn't have a good day at the weigh-ins, so I forgot what I placed. It wasn't really good. I only was able to weigh 3 fish, so right off the bat I didn't start off too good. Second tournament, I was hoping to do a whole lot better. I only brought in 4, so I went up 1 more fish, but the goal is to bring your limit, bring in those big fish. So second time tournament, my boater, he found some really good spots. He was able to snag a 7-pounder, and what happened with me was I missed 2 good, at least 4-pounders. I lost 2 good 4-pounders. That would have helped me a whole bunch. That would have probably put me in the top 10, maybe even the top 5 if I would have had those 2 4-pounders. But that's the way it goes, that's the name of the game. You get some, you lose some, it happens. So we were fishing very shallow that whole day. The deepest we probably went was maybe 3 foot of water. We were just fishing shallow, just pitching towards the bank literally all day. I don't know how many pitches I must have done. My arms were tired after that day. So I was able to catch 4. Like I say, I lost those other 2. I didn't weigh in the limit, and of course I didn't get another check. I can't remember what I placed. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good,
Good. I can't remember what I placed, but only had 4. It wasn't too good. So after tournament number 2, I was ranked 108. Right now, there's a total of 295 co-anglers that have fished it. So some of them have done all the events, some of them haven't, but there's a total of 295. So going into this event, I was ranked 108. I know I had to do, like I told you guys in the video, pretty good on this one. On Friday night we had our meeting, and they send you a text message with your boater and the numbers you can get a hold of them and what boat you are and stuff. So once I saw the name, I recognized the name right away. If you are from the Houston area, Sam Rayburn area, even all the way up to Arkansas, I drew the name Dickie Newberry. If y'all fish around those tournaments, you guys know who Dickie Newberry is. I knew him right off the bat. I known him, or I had seen him for many years, win a lot of tournaments. I heard a bunch of news about him. I've seen him everywhere, so I was excited. I said, man, I got a really good boater. I know this guy knows the lake really well. So I told my buddies, I said, look, I drew a really good guy, man. I can't wait. So I met him. He sounded really confident. He even told me, man, you're gonna have a bunch of fun. And I was ready for the next day. So we rigged up. I got my stuff rigged up, went out the next morning. He had a really nice boat, a Ranger, and man, he had his plan. He told me, hey, look, we're just gonna be able to fish a bunch of different baits. We're gonna be fishing from 3 to maybe all the way to 10 foot of water. So I rigged up different things that I had in mind, and we went out there. we get to our first spot, and he puts his trolling motor down, and it doesn't work. So he was really upset. He was really upset, and I don't blame him. I'd be upset too. There was power going to it, but it just wasn't turning. So his thing, or his thought was, it's probably like a motherboard circuit in there. It was a brand new trolling motor. I even asked him. He said, "Man, it's not even a month old." So I could totally understand his frustration, you know, with the new trolling motor and it just going completely out. So right off the bat, I mean, I was kind of like, oh no, you know, here started the day and it's already going bad. But I totally changed my mind. I said, look, it is what it is. I've had that happen before when I used to have a boat, so you just got to deal with it. There's no other choice, you know. It's the start of the morning. Let's just deal with it. So I told him too. I said, look, man, it happens. I've had that happen to me. Let's just deal with it. And he said, yeah, you know, that's all we can do. I said, let's just be positive. Let's go out there and catch these fish, you know. So he told me, look, I know a lot of spots, and what helped us a lot was he had 2 power poles on there. So we'd pretty much power pole down, fish, power pole up, let the wind take us, power pole down again, and we kind of kept doing that all day in these different spots.
Oh, that's cool.
Just doing a little video. No, I'm talking to the camera, just doing a little video. And there's the people here from the apartment. So we basically fished like that all day. We started catching them right off the bat. Every spot that we went to, we were catching fish. We were catching fish. He couldn't get, of course, put the boat certain ways that he wanted to. There's just sometimes we can't. So that kind of hurt us a little bit. But you know, every time you turn on the main motor, you got to put on your life jacket, your life vest. So I must have put that thing on like, I don't know, over 200 sometimes, because you know, the wind would take us, you get to a certain point where you had to motor back out. So, you know, life vest on, motor back out, turn it off, and then we start doing the same thing again. And then we moved to another spot, and we were constantly moving and doing stuff. So he made the best of it, which I really thank him. I think he really did a good job. Like I tell you, every spot that we pulled up to, either he was catching fish, or I was catching fish, or we were both catching fish. We both caught our limit, and I caught my limit. I was kind of decent with the bag I had. I know I didn't catch those big fish. I needed like a 4, 5 pounders, 6 pounders, and that's what I was looking for, because I know I had a decent size, or a decent amount of bag, I guess, that was okay. It wasn't the best, it was okay, but I know I needed to catch that 5, catch a 4, catch a 5, and I was thinking in my head, man, I need to catch at least a 5 or and a 4 to call. I was able to call one time with a pretty good fish, and that helped me a bunch, but I know I needed 2 more fish, at least a 5 and a 4 to up the weight. So going into the weigh-in, we both had our limits. We got there, and he actually thought I had a better bag than he did. It turned out we weighed the same weight. We both had 11 pounds 3 ounces, so we both weighed the same weight, which is kind of weird. And that actually put me in 42nd place. Last check was 35th place, and that guy had 11 pounds 15 ounces. So I was only a couple of ounces away, a little bit over half a pound still from getting a check. But that's why I said, I knew in my head, if I caught a 5 and a 4, that was gonna move me up, maybe upgrade me an extra 4 or 5 pounds. That would have put me at, let's say 15, 60 pounds. That would have got me a check. That would have put me up there. First place killed it. First place was 26 pounds. That guy did really, really good. That was really good, really good bag. First place on the boater side was 31 pounds. So they had a really good day. They caught them, and everybody's out there looking for those big fish. I was kind of happy with the bag I had. I know once I went to weigh in that I knew I wasn't gonna be in the top 10 or nothing, but I knew that it was gonna get me up there. So there was 178 co-anglers fished that day. I placed 42nd. They got me a bunch of good points, and that moved me up. I was, like I tell you, I was ranked 108, and after that one, it bumped me all the way up to 71. So I moved up 30 some spots, which is what I needed. Going into this next one, I gotta do good again. The point is to win. I want to win. Everybody's out there to win. So, man, I want to win this next one. You know, I'm being positive about it, but I need to move up all those another 40 some spots, you know, to go into the championship, be in a good position. My buddy Vilo is in a very good spot. It's a very good spot. First 2 tournaments he did really good. First 2 tournaments he got a check. This last tournament he got a limit, but he placed 85th. So his rank only dropped. He was ranked 9th overall, which is really good. He only dropped 250, which is still, he's in a very good spot. So I'm glad for him. So in May is the next one. We're looking forward to it. I just want to give you guys a little update. I hadn't updated you guys since the first one, so that's why I talked today about the first, second, and third one. So like I said, next one's in May, Toledo Bend, and we all need to do good on that one. You know, I'm looking out there. The goal is win. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win, and you know, be in a good spot going into the championship, which will be all the way in September. So I'll keep you guys updated with that. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe it. I really do appreciate it. I've gotten you know, the ones that have subscribed here recently, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the channel. You know, keep watching. Give me a thumbs up. Put a comment on there if you have a question. Ask me a question. If you want to see a certain video about certain something, if I can do it, I'll do it. Let me know, guys. Like I say, I really appreciate all the support. And like I said, that tournament's in May, but I do have another tournament coming up here in April, and that'll be on Lake Fork with one of my buddies. So you know, I'm gonna probably be able to film that one. So when that comes up, I'll let you guys know when it's coming up, and then hopefully get to do a video on that too. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying everything. Like I said, if you have any ideas, let me know. If you have a chance, remember, go out there, catch some fish. Talk to y'all later.